So this is into Marlborough, I think it's Wiltshire, just down from Swindon. This war memorial is to January 2nd, 1946, joint ammunition train loading at the Great Western Railway's north, destroying 27 wagons. So an explosion after World War II. Being involved in that will be like final destination after World War II and surviving it all. Similar to the one in Soham in Cambridgeshire, they had an incident similar to that. And may as well admit it, that's where I stayed last night, the Bear Hotel. Great place, £65, bed and breakfast. The breakfast was really healthy and nice as well. And the only one thing I would say was bad, it was noisy till about 1 in the morning. A lot of nice old countryside down there, you know, with the hills just over the top. Quite posh looking. I did have a walk through last night, quite quiet, although the pubs were quite busy, but well, nice little place. Got a market going on down there, a couple of marquees, but not too busy. So I think this is inside the town hall. I don't want to get it to encroach on people too much, but it's like an old courthouse for doing a market in. We're just setting up in a minute. So I think near here, similar to Firsk up in North Yorkshire, we've got like a white horse etched into the countryside. It's quite a nice angle. Town hall, church, post box. So just at the merchant's house at the minute. It's a bit like Lord of the Rings, the Green Dragon. That's where I pulled up to last night, but no rooms at the inn. That's a brilliant angle there, the Union flag on top of that marquee. Flower market there, and flower truck just in the centre. Bakery. Similar to Chester, how they've got the arcades. A little bit of history for the Civil War. Battle of Marlborough, 5th of December 1642. Royalist army fought their way into the town and defeated the parliamentary garrison just next to the Castling Ball from 1745. Nice bit of floweries on there, Royal Oak, Marlborough. What's this? Originally a farrier's yard, coaching in. Believed to have housed a number of the King's troops during the Civil War. How do you pronounce that then? Hewenden Yard, cafe and shops. All the umbrellas are coming out now. Meant to be some bad weather on the way. It's quite quiet, like. I suppose it's early in the morning still. Got the French flag here, French tricolour, Fungi Club. Bonjour, Fungarians. Quite old school, CDs, cassettes and singles. Don't see that nowadays very often. Didn't even know that was on. 10th of September, Bar British Farming Day. Lovely little alleyway, but could do with someone to be walking away from it or something. Otherwise it just looks deserted and like ghostly when you look back at it later. I think that's the first shut down building I've come across so far, and that's all the way down the high street, so not looking too bad. Marlborough, simple enough, restaurant, wine bar, accommodation. It's a sun symbol. However, you come from a different angle, and I think this might be shut down, unfortunately, the Marlborough. And a lot of nice independent shops. Got the Kinvine there, and then this Willow and Wolf looks really nice at night time with the lights. The Wellington Monument's not far from here, I believe. So obviously this is why you've got the Wellington Arms here. So this is just above the library. It's quite a strange looking style of window. You notice something here, same story as Camberley yesterday. You know, pubs shutting down everywhere you go. Not good. And St Peter's Church now has become a coffee shop. I suppose it's where getting money in, isn't it? It's not the end of the world. Yeah, nice little town. Fairly quiet, steady enough. Why not? That's pretty much it. Straight down to that town hall and then straight down to the church. That's the main bulk of the town, really. I won't zoom in on her. Obviously it's the girl walking with the bat to us, but she's I think she got Down syndrome and she's kind of just walking around. I could hear her from 100 metres away or so, like, don't know what noise it is. It's not quite shouting, but just incoherent basically. But it puts things in perspective that no matter how bad things are, could always be a lot worse. Some people really do get some shit cards dealt in life. And the Cardinal Wolsey, 47 by the time he died, Cardinal Archbishop of York, ordained priest, 10th of March 1498 here. Hear the church bells, hopefully. When I was going under a bridge last night, they kicked in at the same time. I shit myself. Something worthy of documenting. The lefties don't like Masters because it's white supremacy and colonialism, genuinely. I like how they made the church onto a roundabout just on this bit here. Probably good at night time for a bit of light trails going around it, I guess. 1746, pretty much the same time America was being built, this building. The Cloisters, 1610, another seriously ancient building. Anyway, I'm going to church, doing coffee at 10, so. And that's always good to see, like an independent business like that, as opposed to Sports Direct or JD Sports. You know, it's good to see little local businesses. Quite a lot in the area actually. And I think these pink roses would probably go well with that pink building, if I get it right. So for anyone familiar with the Last Kingdom or the Viking era, this would have been Wessex, so King Alfred's sort of territory really. Thomas Wolsey, 1498 again. Sancti Petros, it's got to be a Catholic church surely, for speaking in Latin. St Nicholas Hyde Knight, 1626, married his wife. Cardinal Wolsey was obviously involved with Henry VIII. And there's a statue of him at Ipswich I just remembered as well. It's nice, got the old Tudor rose up here. That's the red one, that's a Lancashire flag, House of Lancaster. So that's the car badge for the Royal Gloucestershire Berkshire Wiltshire Regiment, this one here, which is became the Rifles later on. It's interesting, I don't know if that's been put up by accident, but flag of the day, Union flag, flown in time of pestilence and war, i.e. lefty pestilence and flag wars. It's quite nice to see. It's one of them sweet shops, but not the old American candy stores you see everywhere nowadays. So a little bit busier now, now that a bit of a day has progressed. Just to add some context, that instrument, we've got an event going on at the leisure centre today, so that's what they're doing. And then through the Priory, heading for the Priory Gardens. As usual, time's against me. I've got to get moving shortly. On to the next one. It's not very often you see that in England, but it's more of an American thing. It's a fair one. Obviously, this is just around pretty much where people live, I think, so don't people just hanging around. It's through to the gardens anyway. Mrs. John Clay created these gardens in memory of her husband. Nice willow tree over here. Peaceful, that's for sure. And you won't be able to see it or feel it, I don't reckon, but the grass is quite wet these days because you can tell the seasons are changing, so you get like the dew on the grass that's coming through. It's quite nice to feel. Last burst of colours. So it's that saxophone, 1986 till 2016. The day the music died. Don't know what that's about. A little bit of wood carving, like the river. So the River Kennet, most important chalk stream, one of the country's most important chalk streams. I ain't got time to read through it all. There you go. Very shallow, clear river. Let's have a look at the river from the top. One thing that is quite nice is people say hello to you. Like a small town, people often do. It's a good sign of friendliness. Majority English as well, as we said, around the area. So I'm just walking up the side of the Priory Gardens, back to my car, and that'll have to do for now. Hopefully I can get back in time for a bit more, but I've got to get moving to Avebury Stones next. It's not Lord of the Rings, Balbo Biggins, I've got that right. There's Figgins Lane anyway. So that car's kind of ruining this shot because it needs to look kind of old, but that's old line court anyway. Yeah, you can see the atmosphere is obviously picking up a bit now as well. So this is outside the Marlborough College. That's the truth about diversity. That's what diversity actually means, no white people. London Community Gospel Choir. London, yeah. Nice old church just on the outside of Marlborough. These are going to be closing shots now. Gonna call it a day in a minute. Done enough. Nice little town, but it's done now, I'd say. Isn't that right, mate?